Well, I'm just going on a chance that we're live right now, but you never know with the fine streaming service we have here on this fine old YouTube. But
Oh, YouTube.
I know these folks out here, they're just like, they're very stressed right now because, of course, I can't keep up with shit. But I know there's a big fight tonight, and I know there's a lot of folks worrying, should I watch this or the fight? The main event is not till a few hours. You don't want to watch those little lightweight matches that don't mean shit with people you never heard of. You might as well watch this shit for a while, and then when the main event, you clear out.
Wasn't
Go.
there a big ass like fight with that dude and it lasted like 5 minutes? And like that one boxer came back to fight him or some shit?
I don't even remember, but I'm certain we got some folks in chat that could probably tell us. But
Yeah. We were all in Zoom, I remember. We watched it
it could have
and it was
been.
like there was no audience. I think it was during the sea
Yeah, could have been.
and it lasted all but 5 minutes.
Could have been. I don't know. But let me lift this curtain up. It's not Tuesday night, so even though I've got the smoothest transition in the game, it's not a Tuesday night, but I'll give you a little taste of it just because I know y'all love this shit. I don't know. That was a little quicker that time. That didn't seem as smooth as what the other one does. I might have to look at that shit. What's happening, folks? Saturday night. I know y'all probably looked at that title. Y'all seen that Ram TRX sitting there, and the title is My Ram TRX Got Repo'd. I'm doing kind of like a science experiment. I've probably used about every title in the book that I can think of since I've been doing this crap now. What, almost 8 years of shows now? Now it's time to see. The title really wasn't for y'all. The title is going to be, I'm going to see if it'll somehow pick up out there in YouTube land and see if folks see that truck sitting there and go, dang, I wonder how dude got his TRX repoed. So we'll see how this plays out. I'll probably get a lot of hate from people that's never looked at this and they're like, dude, you absolutely spoke nothing about that crap. But you know what? That's what science experiments are about. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad with that crap. So anyway,
Oh, clickbait.
got to give a big shout out. I should have did this Tuesday night, but you know when you get a little older and you start forgetting things, well, somebody else gets to be your age and they probably forget things too. But let's give a big, I mean a real big late birthday shout out to old Mikey Vapes. He's still out there. The jury released the other day, but they wanted Mikey to stay behind because I think they're going to do like a little bit more and they wanted to do some interviews with him. But old Mikey, old Mikey Vapes turned the big 5-0 this weekend, folks.
Damn. I thought he was 60. He was only 50?
Yeah, he's a little younger, so he's finally caught up. So he's an official. Well, it's really not official, but he's pretty close to being at senior citizen age now himself. So we got one more to catch up. We got to wait another couple years for Mark to get there, but uh, maybe he'll get there. But
Mike Vapes is a senior citizen. I'll be a son of a bitch.
yep, yes he is. But I guess it was maybe some other folks thought he was 62, but I hope
Yeah.
everybody's having themselves a good Saturday today. I just assumed that this is what I was looking at because I don't really bitch and gripe, but I always talk about I damn near work every day, and I decided I'm not going in tomorrow. I'm gonna just chill tomorrow, and I figure what. I'm going to do me a little live this evening just because I'm not going in. And as soon as I do this and get this shit posted, found out if Mark wanted to join and all this and that, I was reminded that there was that damn fight tonight. Again, it's not but till it's a few hours off from it, but it's every Saturday I do a show, there's a damn fight. What is this shit?
Wow. I don't think you've ever had a fight during a show.
Dude, it seems like every time that I go on a Saturday,
Oh, it
I
is kind
hear
of
it.
late for a fight, though, isn't it?
I always hear about. Normally I see Dakota in there. What's going on? Dakota's always saying, "Man, it's cool that you're doing a live, but you realize there is a UFC fight tonight." And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" I can never win on those deals, but I don't know.
Oh my sound's not right because I'm on the wrong mic. Oh shit!
Damn, son.
Hold on, I gotta change this.
It's not picking up through my end, so I guess it kind of sounded like you were on the right one. But I seen you fooling with your mic before we started, so. Spurs Life says, I watch all of your videos, just hardly able to catch them live. Well, you're catching it live tonight. I see Ed Barkley out there. I know Jason's out there. Jason, I know right now. How hard has Jason been jonesing here lately? Oh, and Mark's not even on with us anymore. He's lost. Just barely, dude. You sound like you had a lot. Hold on. It sounds like you just need to raise the volume on it.
Hello, hello, hello.
There you go. There you go. What was you doing?
My sound thing disconnected.
Oh, okay. I heard like a loud ticking noise there for a second, and then
I don't know why. It's either Zoom or no, it's Windows. Like every week, my audio interface disconnects and I have to reconnect it. I hate that. I hate Windows. It sucks.
well, you should roll with the Mac. That's what it's there for. But
I was at the Apple Store again today, looking at it, debating.
it's funny because right before you came in, and I was getting this shit set up, I was getting the camera fired up, and I had a black screen. And I kept on hearing a dinging noise, and I'm like, dude, I don't see myself, and I don't see my light on my camera on. So I'm sitting here looking, and I click again. I hear another ding. It automatically wanted to use my iPhone.
Oh.
So it's like it's going to that now instead of my main camera, and I'm like, well, shit. So there you go. What's up, Ray Ray? I see you out there. 3D in the house. But I was talking about, I know because we were just talking about something. I know Jason is jonesing like crazy right now. Isn't that right? Wouldn't you think so?
For some Grimm Green?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, Mark knows this shit too. I didn't even have to like look to say and remind him. He knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, Jason's a fanboy. We know that.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's always over there.
I was talking though just before this did get started though, and I had seen a post that Grimm had put up. It was either earlier today or yesterday or something like that. So he was stating, I guess the reason why he had gotten the strike that he'd got, or all three of them, or however the shit is because he said whatever site it was .com. So it visually picked up the .com of whatever site he was stating, and that's what shut him down. So if that's exactly what happened to him, that literally means you can't really say jack shit almost now on YouTube if it comes to... You almost are going to have to say the V word now instead of saying the whole word.
I don't know if I could believe him, though, because if his channel got hit, it wouldn't be up right now. If it got hit 3 times with 3 strikes, it wouldn't be visible right now, for one. And for two, like when I look at all his old videos, he had someone go back and blur out shit in it. So I would think that he would be smart enough to know this and not do this. Honestly, to me, I don't think his channel's striked. I think he's just trying to get out of this, and he's going to use as an excuse to stop doing vape videos.
Well, but like I just seen Kevin talk. I mean, apparently he's on Twitch hardcore right now, though.
Is he doing vape videos on Twitch, or is he doing something else on Twitch?
Now that I don't know, but if he is doing that, if he's doing the vaping stuff on Twitch, I couldn't see why he would be resorting to go there. I mean, it seems like he's got more of a following on the tube than on Twitch. But I'm not on Twitch, and I have no idea,
Wait, 3 months suspension for his third strike. Third strike, he should lose his channel.
Yeah, normally a third strike is a termination. There is no there's really, to my knowledge, there is no other.
Yeah, there's 3 strikes. That's it.
That is weird though. I mean, I did. Somebody had said what when we did a show or two back. I forget who it was, but somebody mentioned that he was waiting for a response to see what they were going to do. I just assume, all right, this is how I assume it. I assume if you're at that point and you're in that area where if you got your third strike, as soon as you get the third strike, there is no questions and there's no appeal. There's no, well, maybe there is a chance for an appeal for it. But the appeal, he failed to get the acceptance on the appeal. So to me, as soon as that acceptance was declined, it seems like, bam, the channel should have been just erased.
And it's still there, which is kind of weird.
So I'm not that I'm like, I know his business and there could be more to this than what I know, but I'm just going by a little hearsay and what I read from time to time. But hell, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's got his own website where he can. I'm assuming he's uploading his videos directly to the website, not through YouTube and linking them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Everything I've ever seen, when someone gets their third strike, the channel kind of disappears until they get it either removed or something. Something. Then it comes back. But the fact that his channel is still sitting there is just, I don't know.
Craig said he's going to do vlogs on Twitch, or he says Titch, and reviews on YouTube. Well, apparently that's not what he's doing. And what the hell is Titch? Is that a new one?
Yes.
I want to know that site, Craig. Craig, have you started already today? Well, I think for you it's probably like about to hit morning time.
Are you still able to comment? I don't remember that for some reason.
Oh, I did see Jack Me Off out there. I got to give my big shout out to Mr. Cole out there. What's going on, brother? No, Jason. No, it's not. We were chatting about your idol, and we just assumed that we knew you would chime in on that one. So there you go. Oh, man. I don't even, I've got a Twitch, but I don't even know how to, I think I've only logged into it once, and that was so long ago. Yep. I think when I tried to log into it again, obviously I didn't remember what the password I'd used for it. And when I tried to get a new one, it was like it kept saying, well, you've got an account already. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying to get a new password reissued to me. And then I was like, you know what? It's not important for me to get on there, so I didn't fool with it anymore. But it's probably something simple, and I'm just not looking at it right. But
I went on there to try to do a video or live or whatever. It was there's so much fucking shit in so many settings. I'm like, fuck, this is too confusing. Fuck this.
Well, I can tell you this: I'm catching up with you on TikTok. All it took was me putting my name out there. I haven't even put a video up yet, and I got a whole 2 followers already following me. So I feel stardom is coming my way with TikTok now. I can see the attraction to it now a little bit, because I used to not be able to even stand that word TikTok. But as soon as I open it, I start just rolling through the videos, looking at shit, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell am I doing here? I can't get this deep into this crap. So
yeah, I make sure when I go on there, I just upload. I don't look at anything, because once you look at one, that's it. You're getting sucked in.
Yes, it is. Yep.
I make sure never to look at the video out there.
Sean, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
My views so far on TikTok are pretty good, even though it's not me getting the views, it's the dog. But yeah,
there you go.
Mike Bird. Myself, they're not that great.
Are you going to be? Can you walk that dog on a leash? Will it walk? I mean, very far, or does it kind of just not really do shit?
We haven't walked him around the block yet, because the first time I tried to walk him, he was terrified to even go out in front of the house. But now he's more comfortable. So yeah,
I got you. I didn't know maybe if you were going to do some TikTok videos while y'all are out trick-or-treating on Monday night or some shit like that.
Oh, I'll be handing out candy. Thank you.
dude, you ought to take the dog out trick or treating and do your live that you normally do while you're out walking around. But just make sure you get you a gimbal before then, because you'll have at least 100 people all jacked up in the head watching that shit.
That would be actually a good idea. I got 560 followers.
Ooh, damn, son.
I need what, 440 more to go live on TikTok.
Oh, they got like the same shit as YouTube, where you got well, I don't know. Hold on. Does that even apply for YouTube? Yeah, I think it does for the mobile, right? You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers.
I thought so, yeah. And my most viewed video is still with him. It's 18,700.
Damn. Ain't that some shit, man?
But the thumbnail's perfect. Like the thumbnail I made, like it's just a picture of him, like a perfect shot. So when you're scrolling through and you see it, you're like, oh, look at that puppy, and then you click on it.
Do they show like analytics for the video, like how like I didn't know if they went in depth like YouTube does on shit.
Pretty sure they do, but I have never clicked on it. What's up, Douglas Roach?
Oh, Roach.
Oh no, that's never mind. I already asked you that.
What?
You're not related to a Lynette, are you, by chance, Douglas?
Who is Lynette Roach?
A girl I went to grammar school with.
How in the hell can you remember something like that?
Because it's the only girl that I would sit next to her, and she would play footsie with me all day in school. That's how. And I remember her name because it was like her last name was Roach.
Well, maybe then I can understand then. That's probably
your last name.
That was about the most play you was getting in school was a little foot action shit. Oh man. Yes, Jason. I'm curious really on how this is going to work. I've never really experimented with doing like just some off the wall title and putting a picture in like that. I mean, I've used clickbait titles freaking forever, but never tried to incorporate the both. And you know, I should have did it like when all these big time YouTubers that have all this money, you know, were out buying TRXs and putting them on their channels. I should have just like stole a picture from somebody and then, you know, said my truck got repoed or some shit to see how much traffic I'd get through. But
oh, that pizza looks nasty.
What are you looking at, by the way?
Ginger sent a text message, a photo of him in his castle eating I don't know what kind of pizza that looks like a pizza, I guess. While he's watching the show right now.
Don't tell me he's eating pizza with pineapples on it, because you know those Florida folk, they kind of like do that exotic shit down there while they're sitting in their mansions.
He's got like a.
Is that like a red light in the?
It's like a 92-inch flat panel, like that really thin television that costs like $15,000.
The one that they have to bring a crew in to put on the wall, basically. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's got like a little movie theater in his house.
You gotta love Ginger, man. I tell you what, man, if I had what Ginger had, I'd be set for the rest of my life. My kids would be set.
Yep.
Oh, man. Uh-oh. What we got going on?
Same shit, different day. Hell.
Yeah. Oh, he said no Lynette and his family.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys weren't, but you never know.
Well, even if there was and he heard that, he would probably be stressing out, and he probably wouldn't like even admit to it, because he wouldn't want folks to know that you were playing footsies with one of his relatives. So.
Like, oh my God, that's my mom, dude.
Vaping Golfer says, ST, couldn't you get Daryl Brooks as a special guest tonight? I tell you what, I would work my butt off. I work my butt off anyway. I would literally work day and night for a month straight if I had to conjure up some money to get Brooks on here. Dude, that would be hilarious. Do you realize that the Law and Crime channel, where they actually showed the footage, Do you see how many videos they have posted this past week on just different things about him? And I watched a couple, but then you can only watch so many and they get kind of old because I watched the trial. So I seen all this shit. Dude, all these videos are getting hellacious views on them. It's just people can't get enough of this dude.
Yeah, I mean, he is the biggest piece of shit ever, but he does get views. I will say that. That motherfucker gets lots of views, in the millions.
Somebody had even asked the question to one of these lawyers, or I forget who it was, that did they think that they were going to do a movie on this down the road?
Oh, God, I hope to God not.
And if they did, would he receive any of the profits from it? And they've already stated no, he would not receive anything from this, which that's the way it should be. But I feel as though, dude, there's a movie coming there, and the sad thing about this is, even though they've done like remake, they've done certain little movies about 9/11. You know, they didn't actually recreate something to show the towers falling with people in it and stuff like that, but they did certain little movies off of it. Can you imagine if they had to remake, or if they made this movie? I mean, you would literally have to show a parade scene with some dude plowing through.
That would be like an insult to the victims, I think.
I think it would too. I don't think, but you know, as much attraction as there was around this trial, there's somebody out there just licking their lips going, man, I could make a payday if I made a movie on this.
Oh, yeah. There's probably a bunch of people out there that can give two shits about what happened and just care about the fame and the money they can make off this.
Yep. So it wouldn't shock me if y'all seen something come across like that, but
I sure hope they don't glamorize this guy. Oh God, please don't.
yeah, it's
Guy's head's already filled with. He thinks he's the shit as it is.
Ginger's asking you a question.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any grape soda. I see a watermelon sitting next to the pizza, but I don't see the grape soda. Oh, there's the grape soda. Damn, grape soda, watermelon, and pizza. That's weird.
Grape soda and vodka. That's
oh, never mind.
That's kind of a different approach there, but
Has anyone tried? There's this new Mountain Dew, hard Mountain Dew. It's Mountain Dew with alcohol in it.
What?
For the kids, I assume.
What?
Yeah, there's a new Mountain Dew out. Well, it's not. It's in the alcohol section. It's not in the soda section. But it's called Hard Mountain Dew. I got a picture of it.
Hold on. I seen just a little while ago because I was just thumbing through my phone and somebody had posted a picture. Let me look at the. Oh, okay. That's not what I was.
Hard Mountain Dew.
Somebody posted a picture of a new Mountain Dew that was kind of like it was like a brownish color, and it's called Fruit something. It looked funky. I mean, Mountain Dew's crazy looking as it. Ever since they said that there was radiator fluid or something in Mountain Dew, it's always made me think, really, what's in that crap? But
that shit's all caffeine.
Dude, man, it's kind of like the ultimate monster drink, isn't it?
Yep. No, the hard Mountain Dew is actually sugar free. It's got the fake sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm certain it's loaded with caffeine. So you got the caffeine and the alcohol. Imagine the shit that will do to your heart. It's like drinking a Red Bull and a vodka. Whew.
If there's anybody out there that has seen the new Mountain Dew, the one I'm talking about, tell me what the name of that, or what the flavor is supposed to be on it. They always seem to be doing maybe seasonal stuff, or just some off the wall stuff that they'll put out for a month or two. But
my favorite Mountain Dew would be the Whiteout. I haven't tried them all, but I've tried a few of them, and the Whiteout one is my favorite.
I've had a few Mountain Dews in my life, probably more than a few, but I was just never a fan of Mountain Dew. It's got to me, a kind of a funky aftertaste to it.
Yeah. I think it's the caffeine that we taste.
Yeah, it's a little too much for me. Ray says it tastes like poop.
There you go. That's why it's brown.
There's a good flavor for it then. What was Ginger saying a minute ago? Oh, he's talking about Elon. Yeah, I seen that he finally wrapped up his little Twitter sale now. Now everybody, I've been seeing so much shit about how, I forget who this girl was that I've looked at on YouTube that talks a lot about that, but she was like, she finds all the posts of people that are like, oh, the world's going to end now that Elon owns freaking Twitter, and, you know, pretty much you can say what you want to on there now. It's so funny the crap that people come up with that are, they're probably so deep into Twitter, they are concerned that somebody else owns it now, and they feel like the world's going to come to an end because of it, but I don't know.
He did fire some of the main guys. What?
Yeah, I heard that he got rid of the CEO and a few other folks out of there, but or
He
some
thinks
shit.
that they don't need to make money. Like, how are you going to run this if you don't make money? How you plan on paying people?
Well, that's easy when you're talking to like a trillionaire. You know, I mean, you can. He's kind of like he's on that same level as Ginger. Ginger does what he wants. I mean, Ginger does what he wants whenever he wants.
Never-ending cash flow, pretty much.
If y'all didn't catch this, if y'all are in my Facebook group, again, one of the best ones out there, the ST Vapes group, so you would see that Ginger flew Mike Vapes down just for the day, just to go to a range to shoot all these exotic weapons that Ginger has. And I mean, we're talking about weapons that most of y'all's cars aren't even near what the price of these guns are. So
They didn't go to a range. He's got a range, I guess, in the back of his house.
it is, I think it's like an underground range that he had built. So, but flew Mike out, flew him to the airport, and then Ginger has his butler get the helicopter from the mansion to go to the airport to pick him up. So, I mean, Mike got the thorough treatment going out there. So,
I remember Surge from back in 19. Yep, I remember Surge. Remember the clear Pepsi? That was weird. That was really different. The clear Pepsi.
I think I do remember that because it tasted like Pepsi, but your mind didn't want to function like it did because it didn't have the funky brown looking color to it or whatever.
It had more of like a little fruitiness to it, but yeah, it was clear Pepsi. Elon unbanned me on Twitter. Congratulations, Craig.
Ginger. I tell you what, man. One day, maybe I'll get invited to the Boxer Mansion and I'll get to do the Boxer experience. Just maybe if I can just ride the grounds in the golf carts he's got that, you know, he leases out to the public to get kind of a view of the place, but I don't know.
It's kind of like the Lego store in Vegas, but everything around his house is 3D printed. He's
Yes.
got like big security gates that are 3D printed. The doors are 3D printed.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Didn't you just say that?
Was it called Crystal Pepsi? Yeah, I think that's. Yep, you're right.
What'd you say it was?
Clear. I forgot what I said. Clear Pepsi, whatever. Yeah, it was called Crystal Pepsi, I believe.
Crystal Pepsi.
Came in a white clear bottle or clear bottle.
3D wants to know, does anybody drink alcohol anymore? I think Angela's kind of on the alcohol kick, isn't she?
She drinks those fucking whatever those waters are.
She drinks that like hard cider shit, doesn't she?
The seltzer water shit with the alcohol. That's like the new thing. Like that shit's everywhere, man.
Have you tried? I've never tried one. Are they any good?
If you like flavored seltzer water with no
really.
sugar, no sweetener in it, it's horrible. But I can see it being really easy to get drunk off of because it's like drinking water. It feels just like drinking seltzer water. That's what it feels like.
The only thing that I've ever drank that's creeped up on me that I never in my life thought that it could, years and years and years ago, I was hanging around some girl that had bought a shit ton of those Lynchburg lemonades.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, she's like, here, try one. I'd never tried one before. And, you know, I'm sitting here and I drank. I like killed it, you know, because to me, it's just like, yeah, okay. And then let me have another one. and just kept drinking and drinking them and drinking them. And then, you know, after a while of killing quite a few of them, I was like, holy crap, that shit snuck up on me. I'm like, damn.
Those are sweet as hell, those things. I
Yeah,
remember,
they are.
really sweet. I think they still have those too.
Oh, I think they probably are still making those right there. Uh,
The only thing I could never get drunk off of, no matter how much I drank, was Zima. That shit.
Man, those things to me were nasty as hell. I tried one. That's back when, that's right when the wine cooler days were hitting, you know, with all, I remember, oh, that was funny as hell.
Tasted like Sprite to me, like, exactly like Sprite.
Yeah.
I never got a buzz off one of them.
Uh,
I would not want a CST drunk.
no, well, I mean, it's kind of funny at first, and then I guess I'm like everybody else. I kind of used to have a little bit of an angry side after I'd go for a bit.
Like you easily get set off.
Yeah, it was just kind of pointless though. It was like really didn't make any sense. It's like if you know you're gonna do that shit, why even do it? But I don't know.
I haven't had a drink in 5 years. Miracle. I was a mean, terrible drunk. Kevin, you should celebrate and have a beer.
You should. You should go out and get a bottle tonight and just see what happens for the hell of it. While you're watching this show could put you in a deep anger and just keep turning that bottle up, son.
Those long, thin cigarettes were called Misty 120s, Jason, by the way. They were like
Is
as
that
thin as
the
a pencil.
is that the ones that had the little flowers and shit on them?
I don't remember they had fun, but they were the skinniest, longest cigarette that you could buy in the.
Oh
I
god.
remember when I worked at a gas station, this one chick would always come in and she'd buy Misty 120s, and the pack was like so small and thin, but it was long.
It was a little tiny little box. You get them in a box or the pack, I think, or some crap. Yep. Oh man, God, I forgot about them days of all the different cigarettes that you could obtain in these stores.
Yeah, when I was young, I was on this. I used to love working at the overnight shift at gas stations. I must have worked at like 6 different gas stations on the overnight shift. Because overnight is when you worked a weekend overnight, you'd meet so many girls that would come in from the bars and shit. It was like the best time to work at a gas station.
Either that or maybe like a drive-through at a Crystal's or something like that, because everybody's got to get their food and shit before they go home to soak up that liquor real quick. Mark still has a pack of Virginia Slim. I believe it. I don't think that was in Mark's wheelhouse. Mark was more into those, like the GPC shit.
Oh god, those are fucking nasty. Those are like smoking cardboard.
The old Procter Gamble shit.
The 2 generic cigarettes were GPC and Durell. Those were nasty fucking generic cigarettes. I could handle any other generic, but those 2.
Dude, I was going through some old pictures that were saved in a group. And I stumbled across one, and you just happened to say this, but some dude had on like a jumpsuit, but it was decked out where it had Darrell on the front and Darrell down one of the legs. It was like a jogging suit thing. And it looked like a big pack of Darrell on him, but
Those are the shittiest cigarettes. Broncos. Yes, those are fucking nasty too. My cousin used to smoke those.
I don't think I've ever heard of Broncos.
Those are generic. Those are like the most generic cigarette you could possibly buy, or Broncos.
Broncos.
USA Gold, remember those?
I remember those. Hold on. Why is it that I've never heard of Broncos? What did the pack have like a Bronco on the front of it?
I don't remember. Were those the ones that had like the brown? Were those the brown colored ones? I never smoked them personally, but I know my cousin used to smoke them, and they smelled like shit. And I could have swore had the brown. They were brown. They weren't like your white filter cigarette.
Dude, I have never. Maybe it's been mentioned before in one of these chats because that kind of seems. But I have never been into a store that I can remember. I can't even remember being in line at a store and some dude walking up and say, "Dude, I need a pack of Broncos."
They didn't have them back in the day. They're like, I mean, they're not newer, but they weren't when we were in our teens. They weren't around. I don't think.
Okay.
At least not by me. They weren't. Tobaccos. No, the tobacco wasn't brown. It was the actual tube, the cigarette tube. It wasn't white. It was brown. If that's the one I'm thinking of, I could be wrong though.
GPC Red, good price cigarettes. There you go.
Is that what they stood? Is that what that stood for?
I don't know. I'm just going with what he said, and it sounds good, so we'll roll. They probably had some. If it wasn't the prefix for it, probably most people were saying that shit anyway.
Oh, basics were nasty. Another
Oh
generic.
God, yeah.
It was really good. I think it was Parliament. They had like a weird filter. They had like a plastic filter. They had like it was like the shape of a triangle. It's pretty interesting. Their filters.
I don't care how tough times were, and there was a lot of tough times. If there was one thing I'd never skimped out on, was cigarettes. I always smoked Marlboro, and that's all I ever messed with. I mean, needless to say, I have tried other brands just by like maybe bumming a smoke or something like that. But pretty much, and I can't think of any. Now, I changed what style of Marlboros I used to smoke because I started off on the reds. Actually, I started off on the hundreds, which were the reds in a hundred style. They were in the gold and white pack. And the only reason why I started on those is because that's how I started smoking. Because after me and a dude got to wrestling, messing around, the pack of cigarettes fell out of his pocket, and I seen them on the ground, and they were in my pocket. And I started smoking those. And then I was like, you know what? These are good. This is what I should get next. And I smoked them for a while, but then I switched over to the reds. Dude, at my heaviest days of smoking, which for me was roughly around 2.5 packs a day, when I was doing that, that's when I was smoking reds.
For me, it was like usually a pack a day. It was sometimes a pack and a half on the weekend, but usually just a pack a day.
No, dude, man, I used to smoke like a freaking freight train, man. I'd be that dude that, if there was some reason at work that, I didn't have a chance where I could just be smoking all the time, when I did get my little smoke, I'd be that one dude next to the other dude, smoking it and damn near have it done, pulling out another one, lighting it up, and just going to town and getting them down while I could. So,
Damn. I started with Marlboro, and I remember when I first smoked the Marlboro, I'm like, wow, these are fucking nasty. And then I eventually slowly, since I would always bum cigarettes off people, they always had Newport. And then eventually I switched to Newport.
yeah.
That's like jump, like menthol from Marlboro to Newport menthol.
Lights were my thing, though. That took me into the end of my career was smoking because I'd smoked those forever. But I remember being down to like half a pack a day. Like in my final times of smoking, I was half a pack a day, except when the weekends hit. And that's when folks we'd be sitting around cutting up it, and I could easily kill a pack off in a day. So.
Benson and Hedges. Those the Camel Wides, those real fat cigarettes, those things were fucking raunchy. Oof, there was like too much tobacco in them or something.
Oh man, Camels just in general, especially the ones without the Camels without the filter. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
That's what my old man used to do, and I remember stealing a pack from him back when I was like before I even really got it into smoking yet. Me and a cousin of mine, man, we sat around and probably smoked half a pack of that shit. And I can remember that night, me over the toilet, throwing my ass up, and it was like nothing but like little pieces of tobacco coming out because there was no damn filter on them. Some, but I'm like, I don't know how in the hell y'all do this shit.
And my friend's dad used to smoke Pall Mall non-filter.
He swapped over to those. Yep.
Those are fucking horrible.
Oh man. Yep, non-filter was definitely not my. Even like when I look back now, I remember when I smoked lights, and I could remember if I ever got into maybe just a little bit of a pickle or something, and I might have just ran out of a cigarette, and I knew I was about to go grab some, and like maybe I bummed one from somebody real quick, and all they had was a red. Dude, I could remember being like nervous because when I fired that thing up, it was like lighting up a freaking. It's like smoking a joint that you hadn't smoked in forever, and it like just kills you all of a sudden, man. And I was like, damn, I can't believe I used to do this shit.
I never understood what the filters would filter out. Like, what is it filtering out? That I mean, cigarettes are bad as it is. They had fucking 100-something chemicals. So what could they possibly be filtering out?
The only thing I can think of why they put a filter on them, I don't know if it was so much to filter anything out. Maybe it was just to keep the tobacco from going down your throat,
Yeah,
like in a non-filter one.
they're not so intense because the non-filter ones. Whew,
Yeah, that was some rough shit right there.
God damn.
Uh, Jenna says my first cig was a Cools. I
Ooh.
never, I never got into the menthol thing, but you know, again, towards the end of my career with shit, I could do a menthol every once in a while. If, you know, I'd got one from somebody, it was kind of like a nice change just for that one period of time. It wasn't like, ooh, I got to run out and get me a pack of menthols or some shit, but
It was always like Cools, Camels, Salem. They always had like these specials, like buy 2 packs, get 3 free. So when I go in, I'm smoking Newport. If I see like Cools, buy 2 packs, get 3 free, I'm like, fuck it, give me the Cools. Like,
yeah.
they always had good deals on those cigarettes. Never on Newport or Marlboro though. I mean, sometimes they'd have Marlboro deals, but hardly ever.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Repo'd.
NorCal, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Here we are. We are into, well, I want to say third week, but actually it's like 2.5 weeks. No Marvin Norton. What the hell has happened to Marvin Norton?
That is kind of weird.
If we don't see Marvin by this Tuesday, I'm going to have to call that hospital up and see what the hell's going on.
Yep. That is kind of strange.
Yeah, it is a little strange. I know he's not on vacation somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
No, because they don't let him leave that home for vacation. So
I think I quit smoking right when the Camel Crush came out, and I didn't get to try those. But I heard those were good.
what was that? The little flavor thing you could add to it or some shit?
There was something weird about them, but I never got to try them, so I don't know. I did try the Camel, those little packs that you put in your mouth, that you put in the fridge. I guess we're not really chewing tobacco, like a little pouch of like tobacco you put in your gum that Camel came out with. I forgot what they were called. They had different flavors and shit.
Bachelor must be working on his little alcohol tonight because for whatever reason he says blocked my alerts on here. What do you mean I've blocked my alerts on here?
He has no clue.
Stevie Marquez, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
What the hell are Marlboro Blacks? That I've never heard
I've
of.
heard that name, but I don't know exactly what they are. I don't remember what they are now, but I've heard of them.
There you go, Camel Snuff. Those things were actually kind of nice. Marvin said he was doing a bike tour vacation.
Shit. What, in the damn, his little hospital room? Marvin ain't gone no damn where. Don't let that man fool you.
Yeah, so it was a bead in the filter that you would crush on the Camels. Okay, that's what it was.
Oh, speaking of that, because I just see where Ginger Maid talking about your new hobby you've taken up of soldering.
Soldering.
How's that going so far? Have we even
I
done
haven't tried
anything?
the tip yet.
Oh my God. I mean, what did you do? Just throw it in a tray or something and forgot it now?
Nope, I got it.
Well, I see you got the device, but I don't see you doing like
I
anything.
got the tip in the box. I might just kind of save it and just wait when I do the video and just try it for the very first time on video.
Okay. Did he send you like a little soldering wire or two?
Nope.
What the hell, Ginger?
He didn't send that. He should have sent. I expected like a whole kit, like safety glasses and the wire and all the shit, but nope, just a tip.
Ginger, come on now.
I'm not even sure if there were instructions in there to tell me how to use the tip either.
I will say this. Ginger did step his game because I got my box right here from my 21/7. I will say that Ginger has stepped his game up. I'm assuming that this comes with all of them. If not, I'm about to show y'all something that probably didn't need to be shown to y'all, but
Does yours come with that blank check in there too, or no?
yeah, it's still at the bottom. I hadn't made it to the bank yet. You're gonna get this nice cord that has the magnetic
Oh yeah.
connectors. Now that's nice right there.
Is that standard with all of them? That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen he put that. I was like, whoa, look at this sucker right here.
But most of you probably know what these are, but so you take this little plug and you plug that into the mod and you leave it in there, and then whenever you charge it,
The
you just
magnetic.
and it just magnetizes to it. It's pretty neat.
Yep.
You use it on your phone and all kinds of shit.
And it's a universal type thing. So there's actually there's a lightning connector and a few other little things in here. So
USB-C and micro USB.
yep.
That is pretty sweet.
I mean, folks, y'all might order this just to get this cable. You know, you never know what's going on, but
I just want to try the soldering.
Country Boy says they were shorter than the regular Marlboros. Now, hold on.
I know what you're talking about, I think.
Did they actually come in like a black pack, or it was like a black and white pack? I guess I'm having to ask him because there's probably only a few people that might know the answer to that.
Yeah, I remember they did have these Marlboros that were a little bit shorter.
I remember. Did you just say this and I forgot it? Didn't they do like a small run of, weren't they like called Marlboro 25s or something?
I was going to say that, Marlboro 25s.
Yeah.
And I think they were the same price, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. There you go, folks. You get you a very nice device and got some little goodies to go with it. So I guess I got to be careful now. Y'all know where to go get the stuff, but hell, it's like shit. Can I even say that anymore on YouTube?
The tubes that Ginger is using for these tips, if you put the tip in the wrong way, it gets stuck inside the plastic tube.
Oh my God!
Now I need pliers to pull it out.
Well, that thing's probably damaged now. So.
Oh man.
Well, Ginger, you're gonna have to overnight him another one there, so he can figure this shit out.
That's definite con right there.
Yep. Jenna says black pack with red and white stripes. Okay. Yeah. I would have probably just been like lured to the color of the pack, thinking, "Wow, the pack looks pretty cool. I'll just roll with them jokers."
Marlboro 72s. I've never heard of those. Fucking 72.
72. Yeah. Well,
gotta be drunk.
Well, no, Bachelor still smokes, so that's probably something they just put out the other day.
Oh my God, this fucking thing is. Oh, there we go. Got it out. Woo.
Jason's asking if I saw your dry hit last. No, I didn't catch his shit. Damn, did you do a dry hit last night?
I re-wicked the BTFC with fresh cotton because he sent some juice. I was gonna try it. I put the mod in front of me and I forgot there's no juice in it. And I hit this fresh cotton with no juice. Holy fuck. My lungs lit up.
Hold on. Let's back up real quick. Who sent you juice?
Jason, and I'm still alive, which is, I guess, a good thing.
The Jason in this chat right now sent you juice?
Yes.
No. Yes. No way.
Yep.
Damn.
He said he made it in his bathtub, so.
What flavors did he mix up in the tub?
They were like, one was a grape, a Skittles, and the other one was, to me it tasted like the Spree hard candy.
Was it any good?
Yeah, they were actually good, but they were hard candy liquids. I'm not really a hard candy kind of guy, but they were good.
Are you sure it's not shit that Jason got from Stevie Marquez and then just tried to put it into different bottles, sent to you Probably. Saying that he did it?
Probably did, yeah. I think he bought it from Stevie for cheap, and then he doubled the price and put it in his own bottle.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, Stevie Marquez, you might want to watch out because Jason's rebottling your shit and selling it for double.
Stevie, if you're watching this, you might want to have a talk with Jason in chat here for a second. We'll turn our heads while you have your little chat.
Because that's what Angel Gomez does with his coils. He don't make coils. He doesn't even know how to make a coil. He fucking buys pre-made coils from China, puts them in his own little special little plastic thing, and calls them like Gomez coils.
What the hell happened to Gomez?
He's out there. He's probably driving a truck right now listening.
3D says overruled.
Overruled.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. When that trial went off the other day, I was kind of sitting myself thinking, as much time as I have invested into watching this, I even texted Mark. I said, like, what are we going to watch now? I mean, it's like there's nothing to watch. And there's no other good trial like that out there. There's trials they play all the time, but I don't think that there's ever going to be a trial that beats this one out.
Nope.
And it kind of broke me now because I don't know if I could sit through another one, you know.
Just for kicks, I turned on the 2 new trials going on, and God, they were so boring. I could watch them for 1 minute, and I was already fucking falling asleep.
This is the trial of the century. I can't recall ever seeing one that lasted this long, as big as a shit show as it was. And I don't, unless other people start following suit with what this man's done and try to represent themselves and act a nut.
Because you think about it, if you're guilty, like if you know you're guilty and you're going to go to prison for life, why not represent yourself and have a little fun with it?
That's exactly the way I looked at it. He knew there wasn't a snowball's chance in hell that he was getting off of this. And he already knew. All it took was one guilty verdict out of those 6. All it took was one of them. And he's going away forever with no chance of parole. And he had to have known this is going to happen to me. There's just no chance that I'm going to get off of this. So why not? I mean, you could obviously see he kept prolonging and trying to push this shit to its boundaries of how long it would last. And then he tried as hard as he could towards the end to get a mistrial so they'd have to do all this crap over again so he could ride it out another couple of weeks. But
the weirdest thing, though, is at the very end, when they read the verdict, he just stood there. Everyone expected him to do something crazy, but he didn't do nothing. He just stood there.
Well, you know what? He stood there for a minute, but then he sat down because she had to read out 70-something of those things, and then he just put his head down like he was about to go to sleep. But
and it's like, I thought he was going to go like crazy for sure, but he didn't. Yeah. I heard there are clone Chinese coilology coils. Coilology is in China, first of all.
Yeah, so you can't really clone something like that. It's kind of a clone company. It's an authentic clone company already, so.
Yep.
All Christmas parades have been banned. You know, actually, I was kind of curious about that. I'm assuming that they will have, and we're getting close to that date. If they keep it around the same time, I'm guessing that parade will be coming up again here pretty soon. And
maybe security.
I'm assuming that security will be on heightened alert, even if they have it. But I don't see why they wouldn't have it. It seems like it will be like even more of a thing to have it, just to show folks that, hey, even though something bad happened, we're not letting this shut things down. We're still running business as normal around here. But boy, I can tell you what, their security is going to be ramped up bigger than shit on that thing now.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, if they show live footage of this parade, you watch, there's going to be people that are going to be in this parade, and they ain't going to be just looking straight ahead. They're probably always going to be looking around, because most of these people didn't hear it, didn't even know that somebody was coming up behind them.
Oh, that's going to suck.
And now I guarantee you these folks are going to be kind of like constantly looking around the corner of their eyes, making sure ain't somebody else snuck through one of them things. But
imagine getting hit by a car like from the behind and not even hearing them or nothing, just out of nowhere. Like
that would suck too if you live through it, because if you didn't even check up and know what's coming, you didn't have a chance to brace or do anything. Man, that's oh man, It's bad. It is bad, but
I hear all van and SUV models will trigger an alarm when you come within 300 feet of a group of people. What?
oh, I seen that too. Ginger just said something like 150 died in a stampede at a Halloween parade today. That was like in China or
Oh, I heard it was South
Japan.
Korea.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I heard about that. I just seen a little news thing come across my phone, but I didn't actually click into it and read it. But yeah, I seen that shit.
We were out and I had my window down, and there was a car next to us had his radio on, and all I heard was like 100 something died. And like I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck was that? And I didn't think nothing of it, but so that's what that was.
Yeah.
149 killed in Seoul Halloween crowd surge.
Did they say what initiated the stampede?
At least 149 people have been killed and 150 more have injured in a stampede during Halloween festivals on the narrow streets of South Korea capital. Blah 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 blah. I gotta read it.
I mean, do they let some bulls out in the street and start chasing folks down, or some gunfire erupt, or what?
That's a lot of death for a.
Well, not if it was some bulls that got loose, but I don't think there's bulls typically running loose in South Korean Halloween parades. But I didn't realize South Korea would have a Halloween parade, but who am I? Damn, they ain't giving you the objective right up front.
Nope.
Well, ain't that some shit? They're going to make you read.
Yeah, what the hell?
Brent says there was like 100,000 people packed together. Holy shit. For a damn Halloween parade? I don't think, have I ever heard of a Halloween parade? Good Lord, son. Get to the freaking subject.
Dude, it's like shit.
It just keeps going and going.
I want to go. Like, yeah, I'm trying to skim through it just to find.
Apparently, nobody in chat's looked at it either because nobody's like giving any quick answers to what sparked off the.
The crowd surged into a narrow downhill alley near the hotel, a major party spot. Blah 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 blah. Few people fell and toppled one another like dominoes after they were being pushed by others. The survivors said they were trapped for about an hour and a half being rescued. So is it just it was like people just like piling on each other to kill each other?
So they started going downhill and a few people fell and then it just started a chain reaction of folks toppling into one another?
That's what it sounds like just a big, I think it said there was 100,000 people. An estimated 100,000 people had gathered in blah blah blah, the biggest outdoor Halloween festival. Holy shit, 100,000.
Kevin, that's what I'm saying. Kevin just says, I thought Halloween was a USA thing, but what do I know? Same. I just kind of thought that, Halloween was some shit that was like a kind of like, I don't want to say celebrated in the U.S., but just was more of a U.S. type thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't read it, but it sounds like it's people that did it. I thought it was like bulls or some shit ran in and...
No, that would be pretty crazy. 3D says nobody could trample Mark.
I think that's true.
I'm telling you what would happen. If Mark fell, Mark would be that dude just kind of like... There would just be people tripping over him. It wasn't that he's really getting hurt. It's just they're tripping over him, and he's kind of like that three-legged dog that can't get back up on his feet to start walking around and shit.
And it says a mass of mostly young people celebrating Halloween, blah, 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 became trapped and crushed as the crowd surged into a narrow alley, killing at least 146 people. So that's what it was. Just
man,
what?
You've been to a concert before, obviously, right?
Exactly.
But, I mean, well, here's what I'm getting at. I've been to concerts and stuff where, some people kind of started getting rowdy where I wasn't in that mood to get rowdy, but they're kind of getting pushed into me. And I could feel my blood boil like I was just going to start swinging on anybody. Can you imagine kind of starting to feel like that, but now it's 100,000 people coming your way, and it just doesn't stop. You can't stop it. There's too many people. Boy, I mean,
That's crazy, I guess. I mean,
that would be a mixed bag of emotions going on while you know, with some shit going on like that. But that is pretty bad right there.
seems like there's a ton of videos on it, so I'm gonna watch some videos.
Maybe it'll make police activity somewhere along the way.
But the country were deployed, and damn, that's nuts.
But that's a lot of damn people to get like hemmed up in a small area. But we need to put some people on the ground to figure out what the hell South Korea is doing celebrating Halloween over there. Halloween's on Monday. You don't have parades till the Monday anyway, so
Yeah, it said there were 100,000 people there.
that's a lot of goddamn folks right there.
That's a lot for a fucking Halloween
Hell yeah.
festivities. Jesus.
Maybe that's all they get to do is have like a parade. Maybe they don't have kids like when Monday rolls around that are going, what you can't really say door to door because they all live like in high rises and shit. Maybe they're going up the elevator to different doors.
That is crazy.
Oh man. So you just gonna sit out front and hand out shit? Like, what you gonna get rid of some of the disposables you got and start putting them in kids' bags?
We're gonna do some disposables, some fentanyl. It looks like candy, and then we're gonna do some
Easy.
apples.
Easy there, kid.
We got a bunch of candy we're just handing out, and
There you go.
we'll probably just get like 10. Like, there's trick or treaters don't come around like they used to. That's for sure.
They definitely not. Like last year when that crap rolled around, you know, we're kind of those people that'll shut the lights off because we just don't feel like dealing with anything. But
You're that kind.
I'm that kind of folk.
I
But
used to trick or treat.
I live in a neighborhood too where there's not really a whole lot of kids here anymore. It's like people are kind of like, I guess, I don't know. There just doesn't seem to be just a shit ton of kids. But I noticed a few years ago, it turned into that kind of neighborhood where people were driving from other neighborhoods, maybe, you know, just a little bit not so fortunate, or they were worried about being in their neighborhood. But you could see lines of cars and people getting out, walking. I'm like, man, y'all go find a different neighborhood to do this shit in. But I guess, I mean, I ain't got nothing against it. If that's what you want to do it. But
Nicer neighborhoods. You get the chocolate. You get the full size candy bars and shit.
yep. I mean, if you was like in it, well, I'd say Ginger's neighborhood, but he owns the neighborhood because his house pretty much takes it up. I know the kids there get like, he gives them like Amazon gift cards for like $500 a pop or some shit like that. So it's pretty awesome if you're down there. If you're down there in the southern Florida area and you're out trick or treating, stop by Ginger's mansion. So, but no, like last year, even us turning the lights off, kept peeking out. There was nobody out.
Yeah, there wasn't.
But two, we were still kind of in that kind of sea air.
Yep.
So it wasn't like, you know, you weren't quite sure what was going to happen. But I don't
still
know.
think it's going to be pretty dead because the news, they keep talking about this fentanyl that looks like candy. They're like freaking people out.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That's all they keep talking about. It's like it probably popped up once or twice somewhere, and they're making it seem like everyone has this shit now. It'd be terrified to go trick or treat now.
Yep. But two, since it's on a Monday night, you know, well, I don't know. I think last year maybe it was on a school night too. I can't remember, but I don't know.
It's funny. He's going out 50 round boxes. He's giving out 50 round boxes of 9mm ammo. Yeah,
Damn, I wish folks would bring it here to me. But no, I'm telling you though, it kind of tripped me out because last year I know Ginger was just kind of starting off doing this stuff, but he had shown me some footage from his multiple Ring doorbell cameras he's got. And I mean, the kids would walk up and, you know, Ginger's not really humble about his shit. He's just telling you what he's doing. So like when the kids would walk up with their parents, he'd say, "Look, here's a $250 gift card to Amazon," and they'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much," and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool," and had stacks of them. But he told me this year, he says, "Man, he says, why not just go 500 with them?" He says, "I might as well, brighten a bunch of folks' life up." So,
I'm out on the spot. That's a good one, Bachelor.
yep. So, hopefully, there's going to be a bunch of kids are going to get Christmas kind of early this year. If you go to the Boxer Mansion, I mean, you think of a 3-year-old kid getting a $500 Amazon card, man, that's going to make their day right there.
Whew. He's a giver, that's for sure.
Definitely is that. Definitely is that. And then I know he's doing a big spread down there for Thanksgiving. He hasn't quite given me all the details yet, but from what I'm hearing, man, I think they're actually going to do like a week-long live footage down there of all the shit he's doing. So,
And I wonder if he was like Brian, where he doesn't believe in banks, and he puts all his money in his walls.
there was one time he was showing me something. We were in a Zoom room, and he reached in his pocket for something when he pulled it. I mean, it was just money falling out. I know he kind of kicked it with his foot, like, damn it, I didn't want that right there. So, man, do you realize we are about done with 22?
I know that flew by like nothing at all.
It does seem like that this year, it doesn't seem like this year's dragged at all. This year has pretty much sped by
Way too fast.
way, way fast this go around. This one, I was just thinking to myself the other day. Actually, I was writing the date down on some paperwork, and I was like, "Holy crap, man! We're just about to be in November here, and we're going to wrap this one up."
Yeah, that was fucking quick.
Hey ST, what's your thoughts on CRK raising their prices by $50 a knife? Damn, Chris Reeve is raising their price. I hadn't seen that one. It doesn't shock me though, because if you keep up in the knife world, a lot of these different knife makers, they just steadily keep raising their prices, and I think it's just kind of like they're basing prices like everybody else is up in their shit. So I imagine what it takes to build one now compared to what it did a year ago. They've got to put more money into it, so they're just trying to cover their butt. I mean, they're high regardless, but
I think even markets that are not where the products are not costing them more, they're still charging more just because everything else is going up. They're like, fuck it, let's just charge more. Everyone else is doing it.
that could be true too. But I know there's a lot of folks they just stay in touch with what's going on with things, and regardless if their industry or not, it's costing them more to make their product than, let's say, a year ago. I think they're going to still follow suit with what other people are doing and just, automatically raise it. But I would just think almost anything that's mass produced now, or not even mass produced, I mean, the materials you need somewhere along the line, the price got raised somewhere on something that you use to actually build that product. So
Rob Stanley says he doesn't think he'll make it to 2023. Rob, you'll make it. If I'm going to make it, you'll make it.
Rob, shit, hell, it's 2 months away. How are you not going to make it in 2 months?
If you watch the Monday show, the Tuesday show, and the Friday show, it'll keep you occupied until 2023.
There you go. And then after that,
then you could do it,
yeah, whatever. What? Because I think by then, I don't know if I'll have a show left after that shit. But
Jason, your bulk will be coming for Christmas. I'm actually going to hand deliver it this time, so that way you get it.
You won't have to worry about doing any best of this year, will you? Unless you're doing a best of disposables this year, that'll be a first.
Yeah, people would hate that fucking shit.
Oh man, you'd catch 9 kind of hell on that shit.
I wouldn't even know where to start. I reviewed so many goddamn disposables, and I threw them all out. I mean, that's what they're made to do. They're made to throw out.
Yeah, the bad thing is he didn't even use them and they got thrown out. So, I mean, they really are disposable. But
Those ones I kept.
oh shit, man. Well, damn. Now you got me feeling kind of jacked up. Now I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I mean, the
Oh,
season. Well, that's why I just read that. Now I feel like crap now.
yeah, but that you know what? That could be something you
I,
could live for years, or you could be dead tonight. It's one of those things.
I can't put any light to that story, like, and I don't even want to try to be funny about that because that's not a funny situation to lighten the mood. But I hate that that's going on with your brother. I really am, and I'm praying for you. I hope whatever it is, there's some way of taking care of it and getting that handled. And now I'm kind of speechless and I don't know what else to say.
I say enjoy the time that you have,
There you go.
and just take every day as it was your last, because you don't,
Yeah, I mean, nothing's ever promised to you. So, I mean, you never even know if you're going to, I mean, I might not make it into the morning, but
you could outlive us. Who knows?
yeah,
Shit.
that is true. That is true.
What's up,
But
Cherokee?
I hope whatever is going on with you, there's a cure for it or whatever it takes to get you better and keep you going. I hope there's something out there for you, man. Uh, shit, man. Has there been any fights so far? I know some of y'all are watching fights and watching the show at the same time. Has there been anything good happen yet? We've only been going just a little over an hour. There's probably only been maybe like 2 of those fights because I think there's 6 of them before the main event, and I'm sure probably all of them are sorry as shit right now.
Is this a boxing fight or like a what kind of fight is this? Or like a UFC fight?
Yeah, something like that. No, man, you ain't bringing down. You ain't bringing down. You told us what was going on, and like I said, we're praying for you, man. I hope everything turns out good for you, man. Shit, man. I tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward just not having to carry my butt into work tomorrow. But
Oh yeah, you're off.
what is what's the Christmas schedule starting to look like? Are y'all got any pre-activities going on that you know of yet that's been told to you, or are you just kind of like doing the same old same old?
Well, I mean, now we have a house. We can actually have like Christmas here for whoever does come over. So I'm assuming we're having Christmas here, but as far as who's coming, I have no idea. That's way too far ahead for me to even think about.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, we hadn't even made it to freaking Thanksgiving yet.
But the good thing about Angela is her family and her brother and all that, they live out by you, so
Yep.
which means they won't be coming here. Hopefully, all I
I'm
got
su-
to do is worry about my parents.
I'm surprised that they haven't said, "Hey, y'all need to come down here for like Thanksgiving or Christmas," and she actually talked your ass into going to do that.
Fuck that.
No, I know you wouldn't go.
Hell
You'd sit your ass at the house and have like Uber Eats bring you a Thanksgiving dinner or some shit.
hell, that sounds actually perfect.
Mm.
Quite take the dog too. If she's gonna go, she better take the goddamn dog.
Dude, don't act like you don't like that damn dog. I guarantee as soon as we're off camera, you probably all love it up, laying on the couch with him, petting his little whatever it is he
That
got.
dog's like having a newborn baby that's like that needs constant attention, like all the fucking time. And the only time he gets something done is when he's taking a nap. That's exactly what it's like. This motherfucker's like constantly on the go. Got to go outside. Got to like, what the fuck, man? Lay down and chew a bone or something. Ask ATF if I'm still invited. Who the hell is ATF? Oh, Angela. Yeah, I don't think she invited you, Bachelor. I'm pretty sure you weren't invited. Oh, look what we got in chat. 18sex.xyz.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Hey, if you don't mind, could you maybe donate to the channel? If you're wanting to spam the channel, that's one thing, but the donation sign is up. if you would please donate, if you're wanting to spam my channel, thank you very much.
Is that an actual
I
dot?
don't
Whatever.
call it.
Actually,
Call the number up and see if that's look at the channel. You got a wrench. Click on that and say go to channel and see what the channel looks like.
yeah, good idea. Let's see. Come on. Go to channel. There's nothing on it.
Oh man.
No, nothing.
Why you're spamming my channel? You don't even have anything to go to. What the hell?
He did have his channel since September 28th, so it's a month old channel.
Well, there you go. Well, see, look, you're just getting started off in the business, in the smut business or whatever it is you run. Again, you got to kind of like follow. You got to follow the content creator's path. So you're new in the game. So since you're new and I'm kind of like a veteran to you, you need to show me some love for allowing me to use my page as your stomping grounds right now. So I'll take $100 right now. Just go ahead and donate 100, and I'll let your shit stay.
Yeah, if you're paying, you could use my channel too. Actually, I got two channels you can use.
Actually, if you'd like to sponsor my show, I've got a sweet deal going for this month. So just hit me up and we'll get shit worked out. So
I could put your banner in all my videos.
I can actually have your banner running across like a little news feed thing. And we will definitely get folks flooded to your channel. So
Now you know how your wife feels.
what?
I don't know. Bachelor's having a midlife crisis, I think.
Bachelor.
He bought a brand new Porsche and he can't fit in it, and he can't return it either. So now he's depressed.
Who? I was fixing to say what? Ginger? I was gonna say Ginger got all kind of Porsches, man. What are we talking about?
Don't insult Ginger with that low cost Porsche shit.
I know Ginger just likes to use those for little. You know how folks have got little beater cars. You don't care what the hell happens to them. That's what he does with his Porsches and shit. They're just little beater cars. You ain't seen his real shit he got going on. Well, folks, I think we about come to that point in time. I just want to come on here, see what was happening with everybody, and just chill for a few. What? Got to read if you don't read Bachelor shit, I guarantee he'll write the same thing 20 times until you read it. So, what did Mark say about the dog? He's like a baby. What are we talking about?
He's like a baby. The dog is like a newborn baby. He needs constant attention.
So, Bachelor's kind of referring himself to your dog, where he needs constant attention.
I never understand what he's talking about.
I don't either.
I usually just nod my head and agree with him.
There you go. Well, folks, if y'all have spent, because I actually, when somebody had mentioned that fight, I went and looked just to see what the times were, and it showed the price on that fight. Ain't no way in hell I'd spend $60 to watch Paul Logan fight, but and it's on like Showtime or some shit like that. But
like a 2-minute fight.
If y'all want to pay to watch that, that's one thing. I know I ain't doing it. I don't know. There's just something about Paul Logan. I just don't care to see him fight. I mean,
he's a YouTuber that turned into a fighter. That's why you can't really take it serious.
I know, and for some reason, there's just. I mean, we've paid for fights and watched them before. That's just one I guess I'm not interested in. But I don't know.
I think you got to be a shit talker, kind of like that one dude, that redhead from UFC or whatever the fuck his name is, the Irish dude.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he's a perfect type of fighter. He talks shit. He's got an attitude. You want to build up to the fight, get people all pumped and ready.
Now,
windows and shit.
I would pay for this if they could somehow get old ass Seagull in the ring with somebody. I would definitely pay to watch him get his old ass beat up and down a ring. That would be funny as hell.
Get one of the Pauls, whichever one it is, Jake or Logan, and get Steven Seagal into a ring. I'll pay $60 for that. Let's believe it.
Oh man, I don't know it. I don't know. But y'all have y'all's fight coming on pretty soon. I kind of promised y'all, hey, we'll have this wrapped up and y'all can go watch y'all's fight and do your thing. But just want to come on here for a few and hang out a bit. We will be back Tuesday. Mark, there's no telling what Mark's going to do on Monday. I'm kind of interested myself to see what kind of, I don't know, Mark, you've got the new feature now for the iPhone. You could get a stand for the phone and go live and use that as your webcam, and it'll hear you too. So you just won't get to see chat unless you pull out your iPad reading that shit while you're using the phone as your webcam.
I'll put my laptop outside and probably go live. Well, I don't know. My show's at 7. By then, trick or treat is over out here.
Oh, that's right. Y'all got those weird hours going.
Like 3 to 6 or some shit.
Damn, it's like daylight and shit still out when these folks are out.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure you'll have the folks that are doing your drive-bys and shit come in your neighborhood a little after or so. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. If y'all get out Monday and you're not watching any YouTube and you're running around the neighborhood, y'all be safe out there. Watch your kids, what they're doing. This is probably going to be one of them years, just according to Mark and the kind of shit that they're handing out nowadays. You might have fun going out getting the shit, but when you get home, you might want to just dump your bag over in the trash can and not chance any of that shit. Hell, I don't know, or just say the hell with it, and it'll be a crapshoot. But y'all be safe out there, and we will definitely catch y'all this coming Tuesday. I'm certain we'll have a full. We should have a full panel, I guess. I don't know. I can't keep up anymore. But if we do, we do. We don't, we don't. But we out of here, folks. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's weekend.
I did that, cupcakes.
Later. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I ain't got no good music.